I run a show where I give dice names and backstories, then make them battle to the death. This is Dalfgana Original. Wizards are never late, and neither is Dalfgana. This is Lumgo Precious. Poor Lumgo. He would do anything to keep his MacGuffin safe, but his inaugural, that's his first roll of the day, was a natural one. He can't seem to catch a break. This is Shield Maiden Aeoli.
I am no mayonnaise.
And this is Duplolus, a master archer with perfect hair. I made these dice battle, but first they got a chance to make some impressions with each other. Rolling a high number means a better impression, lower is worse. Oh, Duplolus made a poor impression with Lumgo, but Lumgo has somehow enraged Duplolus so much they nearly dueled immediately. Here's how it went down.
Welcome to Shadowbucks. Can I take your order?
Precious coffee, yes. Burns us, tricks us, but we must have it.
Just choose something, my mortal friend. Before the next age of Middle-earth, preferably.
Hasty elf, what knows you of coffee, Tricksy barista might poison us.
If wit were caffeine, you'd be decaf, my friend. Step aside. Venti oat milk lavender latte, triple shot, 185 degrees, no foam, extra drizzle, but only after the steam, not before, and a whisper of cinnamon as if autumn itself sighed into the cup.
The usual, got it.
Stupid pointy-eared leaf-eater thinks his hair is so shiny.
The coffee shop goes quiet. A stranger in the corner mutters something about how one does not simply insult an elf's hair and live. But Duplolus contains his rage, barely. May your coffee be as bitter as your tongue, cretin. Farewell. Next up was Shield Maiden Aeoli and Dalfgana. It seems Lady Aeoli is somewhat impressed with Dalfgana, and Dalfgana is somewhat annoyed with Lady Aeoli. No huge upsets here, though. Next we had Duplolus encountering Lord Fireeye, a contender from the previous episode. And what do you know? They really like each other. Okay, so here's how this went down. Still fuming from the coffee shop, Duplolus headed to the park where Lord Fireeye happened to be jogging. Fireeye stopped for a breather, giving Duplolus an opening to compliment the music Fireeye was listening to.
Good ears.
And you, my friend, have impeccable taste.
Your coffee. Shadowbucks. Good.
You really do see all, don't you? Good eye.
Ha, ha, ha. You like brunch?
Brunch? I adore it. But I haven't found a proper brunch place since the first age.
Gorgoroth Griddle. Good place. Sunday. Noon.
Oh. Oh my. Very well, yes. I'll see you there. Next we had Dalfgana and Duplolus making impressions. Oof. Okay. Duplolus is not a fan of Dalfgana, but Dalfgana hates Duplolus. Like, truly hates him now. Okay, so I think what's happened here is Dalfgana was listening the whole time to the whole exchange in the park, and any friend of Lord Fireeye is an enemy of Dalfgana. The final random pair to roll impressions was Lumgo and Duplolus again. But here's the thing, Duplolus was already furious with Lumgo, which means Lumgo needed to roll an 11 or better, or immediately get challenged to a duel. Oh, and he flubbed it. Poor Lumgo. Alright, so after Lord Fireeye left, Lumgo showed up at the same park with the same coffee as Duplolus.
Precious, we solved it. Same coffee as you, yes. Every day now, every day.
Duplolus sees in Lumgo's hand the very same coffee that he himself ordered, and he realizes this cannot stand. That is Duplolus's favorite order, his masterpiece. But he obviously can't keep ordering it if this thing is seen ordering the same thing. Slowly, Duplolus reaches for his bow.
Tricksy barista hissed at us, but we knew the words. Venti oat milk lavender latte, triple shot, 185 degrees, no foam.
And with that, Duplolus and Lumgo duel. They're both level 0, so it's very simple. Whoever rolls higher wins, and whoever rolls lower goes to death row. Oh, poor Lumgo. Duplolus leveled up. He's now level 1 and gets a small bonus in combat. Lumgo goes to death row. He'll be executed soon, unless some of our lovely viewers save him. Speaking of death row, there were a few dice there already from the previous episode. These dice are named Bulbo Baggins, the Sandwich King, the Hobo King of Men, and Erwin Evenstar. Aw, and how cute. The Hobo King and Erwin rolled matching 17s. She really did give up her immortality for a man. And since Lumgo was there as well, we were down a contender. We needed one more for the tournament, so I introduced a new die. This is Grimy, son of Groin. Of course I had to find out what Grimy and Duplolus thought of each other. And what do you know, Grimy and Duplolus were best friends right off the bat. That's fitting. Now on to the tournament. It's time to throw some more dice into death row. Our first match was Dofro Bobbin versus Duplolus. Dofro won a bunch of battles in a previous episode, so he is level 4 already. This is a death match. Whoever loses will go straight to death row. And it turns out Dofro doesn't even need any of his advantages. He destroyed Duplolus with a nat 20 and levels up. Now rolling a natural 20 gives a die either 1 free pardon for itself or 2 pardons for its friends. Pardons are useful for getting out of death row. I rolled to see if Dofro would rather keep it for himself or give it to Erwin and the Hobo King. A low roll would mean keep it for himself, a high roll means he would share. And he rolled a natural 1. Resoundingly, he decided to keep it for himself. That's his lucky number as well. You can tell because it's colored differently from the rest. Rolling his lucky number means he gets another pardon, and can get out of death row twice if he needs to. And now he's level 5, the highest level of any die so far. Next, the 2 purple die faced off. Grimy, son of Groin, versus Gamwise Samji. Gamwise won his match in the previous game, but due to an unfortunate natural 1 didn't gain a level from it, so they're both level 0. This is a death match, and with no powers it's just a straight roll. And Gamwise Samji was the winner. Grimy joins his good friend Duplolus in death row. Next was Lord Fireeye versus Shield Maiden Aeoli. I really wanted Shield Maiden Aeoli to win this one. She's the only green die I have right now, which is one of my favorite colors. Also, I'm really proud of the joke I wrote for her. See, because the Sandwich King, who is in death row, says,
No mayonnaise could kill me.
but then Aeoli says,
I am no mayonnaise.
yeah, see? So clever. Anyway, I was super nervous Aeoli would get killed in her first match. I didn't zoom in fast enough to show the roll properly, but it was a tie, 10 to 11. Because Lord Fireeye was level 1 already, he gets a +1 bonus. So they had to have a tiebreaker roll. And Aeoli kicked his butt, rolling her lucky number, leveling up, and earning herself a promotion. Lord Fireeye would have gone to death row, except he has a few pardons already, so this burned one of them. Yay for Aeoli. Next up was Dalfgana versus Sourman the White. Sourman was 2 levels ahead, which gave him a strong advantage. No. Dalfgana rolled a natural 1 and went straight to death row. Sourman leveled up to level 3. It's sad, but it does kind of make sense though. Next up was Dofro versus Gamwise. Both dice had already won their first match, which meant this was no longer a death match. The loser would not go to death row. That was good news for Gamwise, because at level 0, he was at a severe disadvantage. He was so far behind that if he did win, he'd get 2 levels. Dofro wouldn't get any levels whether he won or lost. They rolled. Dofro rolled a 1, which earned him another pardon as his lucky number. He's now up to 3. And that 1 didn't even cost him the match, because he was high enough level he gets a mulligan when he rolls 1s or 2s. So he rolled again. He still lost to Gamwise, but another power Dofro gets is the ability to declare a match isn't over until someone wins best 2 out of 3. So that counted as 1 win for Gamwise, but he still needed another. They rolled again. Dofro beat Gamwise 10-3. Now Dofro only needed 1 more win. He beat Gamwise again 16-4. An extremely good showing from Gamwise, very close, but being 5 levels behind really makes a difference. And the result of all that rolling was nothing. Gamwise doesn't go to death row because it wasn't his first match in the tournament, and Dofro doesn't level up because he's too far ahead of Gamwise to get levels from him. Next was Sourman versus Shield Maiden Aeoli. Sourman wrecked her with a natural 20. He leveled up and considered giving 2 pardons to Lord Fireeye. In the previous episode, he joined the cult of Lord Fireeye. But in the end, he kept the 1 pardon for himself. Sourman looks out for Sourman. This wasn't a death match, so Aeoli does not need to use up her pardon for losing. Finally, the championship match was Dofro Bobbin versus Sourman the White. Dofro rolled a nat 20, beating Sourman's 19. Both dice are really bringing it today. Dofro once again considered sharing his pardons with Erwin and the Hobo King, but I think that MacGuffin must be corrupting him. He keeps it for himself again, his precious, precious pardon. Sourman declared best 2 out of 3 and beat Dofro 16-6. Dofro then made a comeback with a solid 15 versus Sourman's 3. Sourman had only 1 hope left to win the tournament. His Hail Mary roll lets him re-roll with a -4 penalty, which means he would have needed a natural 20 to win or a 19 to tie. He rolled a 4. Dofro Bobbin won the tournament and gained 2 levels, going to level 7. What a hobbit. Then, at the very last second, one of our live viewers voted to pardon Erwin and the Hobo King. Erwin Evenstar and the Hobo King of Men were both pardoned and freed from death row. Yay! That means the contenders currently in death row are Bulbo Bobbin, the Sandwich King, Duplolus, Grimy Son of Groin, Delfgana Original, and Lumgo Precious. These dice are up for sale on eBay, links in the description. If you want to influence their fates live on stream, join me on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Any that do not get purchased by the time their auction expires will be sent to the executioner to die, die, die.